say, man, I don't give a fuck about the feds, DEA, ATF, Task Force, Jump Out Boys, or your local neighborhood robbers, baby. I got to keep on pushing.
And blacks in America other than a reckoning that repairs America's economic soul. White America gave us Trump. We did not. They voted for him and digested his message of making America great again. Black America did not. Edison research for ABC showed that 58% of whites voted for Trump, while only 8% of blacks voted for Trump. 88% of blacks voted for Hillary Clinton and the Democrats. Only 37% of whites voted for Hillary Clinton and the Democrats. White America gave us Donald Trump, and he has wreaked havoc on black American families. Now, our repayment for our commitment to the Democrats is repaid with being ignored or jumbled into broad class-based policies justified by using bad economic analysis of the correct.
Just say something though. Somebody was like, oh, you keep voting for Democrats, you keep getting. Nobody's telling you can. I said vote down ballot. You can vote ADOS all the way down and you won't vote for any of them, but you will let everybody know that you showed up. And I think you have to show up for dog catcher. I've already said that. I've already said that showing up, there are referendums on the ballot initiatives that are not a person. You still need to show up for that. I said that. But let me say this. If you understand conservatism, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what to understand. Conservatism is the conservatism of power. So conservatism is the act of having had power and losing it and realizing that you've lost the power that you have and you're acting to grab it back, and that is conservatism. We are not conservative generally because we've never had power. Because understand, Democrats usually throw more money at stuff. We're a group that needs and are owed monies. So we generally are liberal because of what we... Now the problem that we have is that we have not taken the Democratic Party away from Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and all the people who use us as doorsteps and doormats to get their initiatives filled. We don't use Democratic Party as our party. We don't say this is mine. I need my stuff. I need my black agenda. I need my everything. We don't do that. That's what we have to do. We have never had power to conserve. We have never been at the top of the hierarchy to conserve our privilege. That's why fewer of us are conservatives. I'm not slamming no black conservatives. I'm just telling you what it is. Read books on conservatism and liberalism and you see what it is. What I'm saying is that you can go and vote down ballot, and you can, if ain't nothing on there, you can vote ADOS all the way down. But what I'm telling you, and then you're not giving any of the Democrats because you showed up and said none of them worth my vote. But there's other stuff on the ballot. But the second thing is this. I keep saying this. It's not that there's something necessarily wrong with like a D as opposed to an R. The problem is every year what we let Democrats do is go give everything to somebody else. Well, we can't give you nothing. I'm sorry. Because Mitt Romney gonna get in there, so we got to give everything to this group. We got to try to get the white blue collars back. We got to try to get the Latinos back. We got to try to get them back. All the time, we the ones who are patchworking your party together. Listen, if we vote down ballot all the way through this thing, y'all ain't gonna win, Democrats. You are through. You are finished. And y'all gave us Trump in the first place, so you deserve it. We don't have to rescue you at all. You better get your stuff together. You better decide what you're going to do. You better give us an ADOS agenda that we can work with, or you're screwed.
What's up, family? Martin Luther King Jr., icon, the big man, the legend, the myth. Here's why I never liked Martin Luther King Jr.
I want to be real brief about this. Okay? Basically, what I'm here to say is that, you know what I want going forward and shit is the late end of 2021. I want some of these people out here, there's, putting themselves up as representatives of our ethnic community, or paragons of virtue there, or people calling out shit. I want them to get some shit done. Alright? I want them to get some shit done, okay? That's fucking today. I want to say that I've been a defender of this gentleman for a minute, and I will continue to defend him until I see otherwise. But, I want to tell you, I don't want you to end up like fucking Umar Johnson, bro. Alright? I don't want you to end up like Umar Johnson and shit, but you need to find a way. You need to find a way outside of your persona. Outside of your persona to keep people in the fucking loop and shit. It's just making a comment. Just making a comment is not helping, okay? It's not helping. I want to be honest with you, okay? Now, I got your back, man. I'm going to hold you down. A lot of people are going to hold you down. You know they do. You got the people. They gave you the money you asked for. They gave you the money, continue to give you the money you asked for your fucking museum and shit, okay? And I won't even tolerate any haters talking shit when they ain't done shit, okay? I don't tolerate the people that's attacking your ass or anything, but I want to see something. I want some progress. I want to know what's going on and shit. All you have to do is just take some simple steps so people can follow you on your journey to making, what you said you would do. Making that structure. All right, Tariq Nasheed? Don't go down the Umar Johnson road, because I could ride or die on your ass. I'll ride or die on your ass too and shit, okay? Now, I don't want to trip on you and shit, but I saw you, a couple of videos down. I saw you kicking it with motherfucking Willie D and shit. And I hate that motherfucker. And you were talking about you might have to get a show with him riding around LA and all this shit. And this motherfucker does so much suspect shit. Alright, I used to be subscribed to his goddamn channel. But I said, fuck that shit because, I was just looking at him sideways. He said he never liked Martin Luther King Jr., He said he never liked Martin Luther King Jr., They never did it for him and shit. Showing his motherfucking ignorance and shit. This man gave his goddamn life for our ethnic community and shit. But hey, it's America. He's entitled to feel that way. Then he made this ass-kissing video talking to black men, just wagging his finger at us. This fucking guy, this rapper and shit, not even one of the greats. Not even one of the greats. I don't give a fuck what you think. I've been around. Wagging his finger at black men for having groups, for speaking, for talking amongst ourselves and all this shit. He was wagging his finger at supposedly the SYSBM, the Red Pill community and all that bullshit. Trying to make us sound like losers. Basically calling us incels and shit. So at that point, I was like, fuck this nigga. I'm out. Fuck Willie D. And I was already on that way because he had gotten his channel taken down on fucking YouTube. And then he made another channel. And then he had like a fake press conference and shit. It was a fake press conference. Nobody was covering that shit. And he had this guy there who was his lawyer. But I don't know who the fuck that guy was. But it was a fake press conference. He wasn't even wearing a fucking suit. He was just there. He wasn't wearing no rap shit either. Looked like they was doing that shit in a room in his house or something. I was like, where the fuck is this press conference? And then you had like this little peanut head guy supposedly as his lawyer, talking real loud and preaching and shit. I'm tired of these fake niggas and shit. That's why I don't fuck with the Tone Talks motherfucker, okay? Or the fucking Yvette Carnell and shit. I gotta be honest, man. They was talking a good game too. And then they fucked up. They had that convention or whatever. So like they fucked up and let footage out from there. So when I looked at the footage and I saw the setup and what they were doing there, I was unimpressed. I thought it was shitty, okay? I thought it was shitty. I was like, man, look for a new generation of poverty pimps. So I saw Tone Talks in this auditorium and shit, talking to a group of people. And it sounded like he sounded like a southern preacher, like a tent preacher. And he was just yelling and going into a falsetto voice, tone and shit. He was screaming real loud and shit, waving his hands around erratically. I knew this motherfucker had no plan. He had a talk game, but he shouldn't have never made that convention. But him and the female accomplice, they wanted to maximize, they wanted to grift y'all out some money And then they was talking about like all this economic shit and all this stuff, and you know how we got to get something for our vote and shit. And then like they flipped the script and they told everybody to vote down ballot. I was like, wait a minute, you motherfuckers didn't. You said don't do that. Now you're saying out of the blue with no explanation, we got to vote down ballot and shit. I'm like, bitch, I knew the fix was in. I knew the fix was in when I heard Willie D fucking around and shit, wagging his finger at black men en masse. And now Tariq Nasheed. And now you say you want to have a show with Willie D riding around and shit. And you know this nigga said some suspect shit. And he done some suspect shit. You want to have a show. And I wait for a fucking museum and shit. You know, I don't begrudge you any of your other endeavors and shit. But you all talk about you want to make like a black Netflix and shit. I'm like, okay, well, how about a museum first? Alright? I better get a fucking museum, nigga. I better get a motherfucking museum out of your ass. So I got your back right now. Okay, but you're going to have a shotgun wedding with the black community if we don't get that goddamn museum.
Salute to the brother for the museum. Congratulations. I can't wait to go myself, but I'm focused on FDMG right now. I got nothing but love for anybody doing something positive for the community. Nothing but love for anybody doing something positive for the community. But I know what my mission is, and I'm focused on it. I'm focused on it.
Yeah. Now, surprisingly, somebody who gave props to the museum, and I saw a clip, several people showed me a clip. One person who actually gave props and congratulated me on the museum was Dr. Umar Johnson.